Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Gaming on Caffeine live stream. It's a normal live stream. It's not a Christmas one. I almost said Christmas charity live stream. It's not. This is a normal for-profit live stream that you're watching right here, right now, over on twitch.tv. The first thing that I want to work on, I think, is the fluid cows, because I think it's going to be the most interesting setup. But before we do that, a couple of things that are new. First of all, we have this, and I'm really I'm more excited about this than I probably should be, but between episodes, so you won't see this until like 2 episodes from now on YouTube, but between episodes, Nick and I, we wanted something for the elevator, right? I'm a big fan of the elevator that we have here, and what we wanted to have originally is like a block that played a pre-recorded audio file, right? Like we wanted to have like a little voice player whenever we went up and down the elevator, right? Like a going up. Whenever you get into a normal elevator, a woman's voice usually is played, and she tells you that you're going up or that the doors are closing or whatever, right? Unfortunately, we couldn't get that. Like, I can't find a mod or a block in the pack that allows us to do that, and so we went for the next best thing, which in this case is an Sfx Generator, I think that's called, Sfx. Yeah, it's this guy here, the Sfx block, and then above it is a block update detector from Dark Utilities. Now, the way it works is whenever the elevator leaves or arrives at this location, it will play a sound. And the sound that we decided to go for was the Doorbell Sound from, I think it's Cyclic. And so the best way for me to show you guys here is just to play it. And I'm a big fan. It's a tiny little detail, but I love it. I'm a huge fan. Look at this. Oh, I love it. So what I want to work on today actually involves using more of these SFX blocks, at least for the fluid cows, right? And it also involves using integrated dynamics, right? Which is a mod that I haven't played with really at all up until today, but I did some research, I did some digging, I had a plan in mind of what I wanted to set up, and I think the integrated dynamics is going to allow me to get this to work. So let me get my cow moving wand. I forget the name of the actual stick. It's this guy here, the cow halter. So what we can do is we can move the cows, right? We can go ahead and pick a cow up, put a cow down, and we can breed cows together to get other cows. For example, you'll see in here we've got an obsidian cow. This wasn't meant to be made, but it's accidentally been made because apparently these lava cows can breathe through the wall with these water cows and produce obsidian cows, right? Not the greatest. That's not what I wanted to happen. It's not what I wanted that's not what I wanted to do, but it happened nonetheless. And also you'll see we have some clay cows here as well. Now, the problem with cows is that they are incredibly slow, right? Like if we try to breed 2 of these cows together, it will work and they will have another cow, but then it will take them like 5 minutes, 5 like a real world minutes before they can breed again, right? Which is a little tedious, and that means that breeding en masse can take quite a lot of time, and you have to like keep coming back and checking on them and seeing if they're ready, and it can be quite tedious, right? So what I want to do is I want to set up a timer that is going to alert me when the cows are ready to breed, right? So for example, if we look at the obsidian cow, what does this go to? So next in the line, the obsidian cow can be used to make the tectonic petroleum cow, the molten end steel cow, the liquid purple slime cow, the molten gold cow. So for example, we want to make the molten gold cow. You combine a molten iron cow with a molten obsidian cow, there's a 25% chance that you'll get a molten gold cow. What do we need for a molten iron cow? Because we should probably do that first. A molten clay and liquefacted coal. Liquefacted coal is made with lava and seared stone. Right, so if we grab lava and we put it in here, and we grab stone, seared stone, this guy, and we throw him in over here, like so, and we grab a little bit of wheat. We actually have a metric butt ton of wheat because Nick and I accidentally left our wheat system going and may or may not have lagged the server quite a bit, but we've now got 4,000 wheat, which is nice. So if we do this and this, these two should make a little baby, and there's probably like a 50% chance that that little baby is a different cow. Unfortunately, this little baby isn't a different cow, right? This is a seared stone cow, and thus not the cow we want. Did I do that right? I think I did that right? Molten obsidian, we want to make molten iron. Iron was liquefacted coal, seared stone and lava. Yeah, this is correct, but we didn't get the cow we wanted, right? So this cow is not entirely useless, but for the most part, it's kind of useless. Now, I've got to wait another 5 minutes before I can come back and do anything with these cows again. And so what I want to have is I want to set up a timer that alerts me when I'm available to come, when I can come back and breed these guys again, right? It's not really super necessary for the early cows, but once you get further and further down the chain, the cows the breeding time, I believe, gets longer and longer, right? So I've got a plan, and it involves a little bit of integrated dynamics. So take a step back, forget about the cows for a minute. We're going to start out with the basics of integrated dynamics. And I think to start with here, we're going to need a few things. But the very first thing we're going to need is a mineral sapling, which I think we already have. You get the mineral saplings the same way that you get all saplings in the game. I think it's by breaking dirt with a crook. And I'm fairly certain that, first of all, we can put these into the bonsai pots that we have over here, and they should go ahead and start producing resources for us. So if we do this and this and this and this, those should start and like automatically generating all of the things that you can get from these mineral saplings. Specifically, we're looking for the crystallized mineral chunks and then maybe the mineral berries. I'm not quite sure if those are going to be as useful, but if we head on up here, we can go ahead and grow a few of these trees. And actually, no, I want to be down here because we also need some bone meal as well. Thankfully, we've also got quite a lot in the way of bone meal. So if we grab that and head on up, we're going to grow some of these trees here. And essentially, we're going to use integrated dynamics to tell us when the animals are ready to breed again, right? It's pretty cool. I like it. I haven't played with the mod too much, but I did some testing, watched some tutorials, and I think I'm ready to go with integrated dynamics. And it looks pretty cool. It looks like it's kind of like I don't want to call it like XNet, but it's got a similar feel to it in that it can be used to create some really cool automation down the road. But for now, I think you get, like, yeah, when the leaves break, you get all these chunks and stuff. Nice. Can we like craft the berries into the chunks? Is that how that works? No. Okay, you just get the chunks. All right, that's fine. I don't know if it helps with the cows, but a time in a bottle can speed up blocks. I did see that actually. Because people were trying to figure out like the ways that you could speed up the cows, because as I said there, they take a long time between being able to breed. There is time in a bottle, I think it's called. Time in a bottle. This thing's weird. You make it, and then you hold it, and then like it adds up time, and then I assume that you right-click to release the time, and it just speeds up a block by the amount of time that you've held it by. It's quite expensive. It does require 2 diamonds here. Not something that's ultra expensive or something that we couldn't make, but might not be a terrible idea. We can give it a try, I guess. But first of all, let me grab some more of these mineral chunks. And the first thing that we're going to look towards making, if I go back to integrated dynamics here, is we want to get an entity reader, this guy here, which is 4 pork chops and an input variable transformer. Don't worry about the confusing names. It's not that confusing, which means 2 crystallized mineral chunks, 2 variable cards, and a sticky piston. The hard part here is going to be getting the pork chops, I think, because we don't have any pigs, nor do we have any pig essence. I think the best way for us to do this is going to be with a ground trap from Pam's Harvest Craft. Although, actually, no, I'm a liar. Don't listen to me, chat. The real way that we can do this, also, by the way, quick side note, the frame rate up here is not great. Turns out, for those who are wondering, that these inverted sky blocks that we're using are not super laggy on their own. Like if you look at the top left there, the frame rate is capped at 120. But when you load in a bunch of them, like if I turn around here, you can see the frame rate tanks real quick. And so I might have to do something about the number of inverted skybox that we have about, because they are pretty laggy, pretty frame rate destroying, especially if you have like a lot of them in view at once. But that's a problem for future Nick and future Isaac. For now, let me go ahead and see about grabbing some emeralds. And instead of trying to like get a pig through the whatever we were just looking at, the ground trap, we can use the market, right? We can go ahead and just buy some pigs and then probably kill them for pork chops, right? Spawn pig, 6 emeralds. So if we get 1, 2, 3, 4, that should hopefully. Now, a sensible person here would start to farm these pigs, you know, maybe set up like a little pen for them, maybe, give them a place to sleep, grow some more pigs, make sure you got a nice sustainable number of pigs. But oh my goodness, that was a compressed pig. We got, wow, okay. Well, I mean, we only need 4 pork chops. So I guess for now, these guys can just wander the halls. And then next time when Nick and I record, Nick will just be like, well, why do we have so many pigs, Isaac? And I'll just laugh. And people in the Twitch chat, they'll know what's up. So let me get rid of some of these then. And let's see if we can make the entity reader, right? This guy right here. We need to get some variable cards. Those need paper. I think we've got a bit of sugarcane, but not too much. And so I actually might go ahead and quickly grow some of this as well. Especially given that it's quite easy to grow sugarcane in this pack, because you can use bone meal on it, which is quite nice. I don't know if we actually have any water at all. like placed down anywhere, so I might have to just go ahead and grab another bucket of water here real quick to get this going, but it shouldn't take us too long to get some sugarcane, right? Give them a nice back massage, the pigs? We could do. I mean, they probably deserve it, right? I didn't know that you could get a compressed pig from the market there. I didn't know that like a spawn pig just had a chance to spawn a compressed pig. That's kind of interesting. Isaac sand, not snad. There's no need though, right? Like we could go ahead and use snad, but we're using bone meal anyway, so there's no need to use snad. I don't think the snad makes it any quicker than the bone meal. Like if I was going to wait for this to just grow passively or set up a large scale sugarcane farm, sure. But this is, we're using bone meal. I don't think the snad makes it any faster. We do have water cows, yeah. So like we could pull the water from those cows. I was just saying I don't think we have a place where water is placed down so we can actually like grab, like grow the sugarcane. But there we go. 28 should be more than enough. We don't need that much paper to get this up and running here. The one annoying thing about this elevator right now is that we are pretty low on power, and so occasionally, especially if I accidentally send it to the top floor, occasionally we do run out of power and have to wait for it to reload, but that's the whole point of the XNet setup. We're hopefully going to get a little bit more in the way of redstone flux and not have to worry too much about our elevator running out of power and thus not being usable in the future here. So let's get some paper. For now, we'll go ahead and grab like maybe 15, 18, 21, sure, why not? And then let's see here, let's grab 2 variable cards. I guess let's grab 24 variable cards. I had no idea you made those in bulk, but that's fine. Pistons should be fine. How much slime do we have? I'm going to use this rice slime ball just in case we need slime balls for something else that don't also work with rice slime balls. And then, kapow, nice. And that should allow us to make ourselves an entity reader. And this, none of this is going to make sense, I don't think, until I set all of this up. But once I've set all of it up, it'll all make sense, right? So we need the entity reader. We also need a variable store. This is made with 2 blocks of mineral crystals, 6 crystallized mineral chunks, and then 1 chest. These are just blocks of that crystallized mineral chunks. How many mineral chunks do we have in our bonsai pots? Let me just quickly grab some. I do like pineapple pizza, but I'll go with apples for now. Let's have a look. Do we have any chunks in here? We do. Not a ton of chunks. And I think we can process this mineral wood back into chunks somehow. Yeah, we can use the mechanical squeezer to turn this into more chunks if we wanted to. I don't necessarily think we need to do that just yet, but that's fine. Let me go ahead and see about crafting up, what was I making? This, variable storage, of course. Another block, like so, and kapow. Nice. So we've got the variable store, we've got the entity reader. I would also like a redstone writer, this guy here, which is an output variable transformer. Is that what we have? No, we've got an input variable transformer, of course. Let's see about making an output variable transformer. Of course, we need yet more crystallized mineral chunks. So let's go if we can try to do that, shall we? But there's an output variable transformer. So we should be able to use that to craft up our redstone writer. We should already have the blocks of redstone thanks to the compacting drawers. We do. And so now that we've got the entity reader, the redstone writer, and the variable storage, I think the last and only thing that we need now is the logic programmer, which is another block of crystallized mineral. We are, of course, just 1 freaking chunk away from being able to make this happen. Thankfully, I'm hoping we should have... Really? We don't have any in there? Ah, that's a pain. In that case, let me see about quickly repairing this tool that I have, which I think is just made of stone. It is. Yeah, I really need better tools, guys. But let's give this a go. We'll throw you in... like so, and like so. Nice. Let's go cut down freaking 1 more tree, and we should be good to go. Back over here, get rid of that, and let me see if I can make the logic programmer. Shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, made a NIK mistake there. I used 2 different terminals, and this couldn't make the recipe. Kaboom. And hopefully we've already got a standard crafting table. We do not, of course. That would be far too easy. And kapow. Nice. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can like craft this into a portable version. You can. The portable version is going to be a lot easier for us to use, but actually for now, it might be easier for me to explain this if we have it placed down on the floor somewhere. Okay, so this is how it's going to work, chat. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to place this down for now, just like right about here. It doesn't really matter where we place this logic programmer. Then what we're going to do is we're going to set up our very own little like breeding area. Right, for now, we're going to use just this 1 section right here. So I want to put a piece of dirt right about there. Then we're going to go down to the bottom. And what we're going to do is we're going to place the entity reader facing upwards to the block of dirt, right? So like right like that. And we're also, now that I think about it, actually going to need some logic cable, which I did not make. And knowing my luck, I will not have what it takes to make just one batch of logic cable. Please? No, of course not. That would be too easy. That would be too easy. All right. We'll get there, chat. We'll get there. We need a bit more of this mineral here. You'll probably want a battery too. Do I need a battery for this? I don't think I need a... Do I need a battery for this? The battery stores energy, but I don't think that the network actually requires energy to do anything. I don't think redstone flux is required to make this work. I could be wrong, but I don't think it does. I'm not sure I've only ever tried it with a battery. Yeah, I did some testing in a single player world. Thankfully, I don't think it requires any redstone flux, which is quite nice for us because we are not doing great on the redstone flux front right now. I should stop trying to grow them over there, actually. That's not working out too well. All right, so I think 15 should be enough for now. Let's go ahead and eat some more of these cooked apples here. Can you please make a squeezer and a drying basin? We could do, but is it necessary? Like, I don't think the drying basin can help with this, can it? I'm hoping that we just, like, from now on, hopefully we just get them from the bonsai pots, and that's good enough, but we'll see. For now, back over here, let's go ahead and craft up some of these. I think we don't need that many cables, but we might need more than 3. We might need more than 6, but we'll give it a try for now. So, essentially, wrong way, over here, what we're going to do is we're going to use the entity reader to kind of find out whether or not the cows that are in the room here are breedable or not. Now, unfortunately, the entity reader can only read, I think, what's directly above it. And so we are going to have to kind of confine these cows a little bit here. And so I'm going to quickly make some more of these dark oak fences. I think 9 should be the perfect amount. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 cows. Get out of here. You do not, no. Actually, you can be test subject, right? Let me put some dirt here. This guy is our first and probably only test subject. You might be asking right about now, Isaac, how are you going to get out of here? That's a good question. I'm going to break this fence here with my... Is this broken again? I'm going to break this fence here very slowly. And then I'm going to kind of just trap this pig in here. There we go. So this is our test subject. Eventually, there are going to be cows in here, right? And not pigs. Just pretend this guy... Use your imagination. Pretend this is a cow, okay? So, down underneath, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to connect up the entity reader to a couple of other devices. For one, we're going to connect it up to this guy here, the variable storage. I don't think it matters where this goes, and so I'm just going to place it here for now. And then we're also going to connect it up to the redstone writer, which for now we can put right about there, okay? And to show that this is working, we'll put down some redstone as well, just to show that that is indeed emitting redstone. It won't be emitting a signal right now, but it will emit a redstone signal when we set it up, or hopefully it will emit a redstone signal when we set it up. How many of those berries do we have? We've got, like, over 3 stacks of berries. I don't think we need the berries, is the thing. Like, we can use them to make certain things, and we could use them for torches, I guess, if we wanted to, but for the most part, we just don't need them. And so we'll probably end up just throwing them in the system at some point. But here we go. Redstone signal coming out of the redstone writer. So, this is where things get a little bit confusing, but hopefully not too bad. What we're going to do, we're going to grab one of these variable cards. And now inside of the entity reader, we want, I believe, this here, aspect entity pig. Okay, so we're going to put in our variable and then get a variable card out. And so this variable relates to whatever entity is above the entity reader. Okay? So, if we go up to our block, this guy over here, what we can do is there's a bunch of stuff over here, right? There's a lot of stuff over here that you can use. We're going to go with can breed, this one right here. So if we click can breed and we put in this variable card, it's got a little tick and we put in another variable card here. So what we've done here is we've created a second variable card that relates to the first variable card. So essentially, this is going to output. You'll see it says output type Boolean. Boolean means the output can either be true or false. And so it's going to output either true or false, dependent on whether or not whatever the entity reader has above it can breed, right? So we'll take both these back out again. And so now, if we head on once more, back down to the basement. I know as soon as I mention the word Boolean, some people like just tune out instantly, but bear with me, chat. And so what we do is over here in the variable storage, this is where we're going to put in the entity variable. And then over here, we're going to put in, under redstone, we're going to put in the variable card for can it breed, okay? And so right now, I've got the smart pressure plate achievement, but you'll see that the redstone signal is on because this pig can breed, okay? So if I go on up to the top here, and we look at this pig, it should say, in its little thing at the top, maybe, well, there's no tooltip for it, but if this was a fluid cow, the fluid cow says breeding time ready, and, you know, breeding time ready. So let's get rid of our test subject. This guy is not necessary. We do not need this guy in here. And I'm sorry, my friend, you've died for your service to this organization. But we're going to go grab our lava cow, throw it in like so. We're going to grab our other cow, our seared brick cow, and we're going to throw this in as well, like so. They're both kind of in the fence now. I hope that they get detected by the system. Is that redstone signal active? It is, because both of those cows in there can breed, okay? So they are ready to breed. And so what we're going to do, we're going to quickly grab some wheat, which you might already have on us. We don't. That's fine. We can grab some real quick here. And if we breed both of these cows together, that redstone signal is going to go off, okay? Like so. They're going to produce a little tiny cow, and now their breeding time is 5 minutes. So if we go back down, this is now off. Cool. So, Isaac, you've made a little redstone signal light that goes on and off when cows are ready to breed. Get out of here. What was the point in all that? Okay, that seems excessively useless. Okay, and did we get the right cow from that? I'm not quite sure. I'm also not quite sure if the cow... I don't think so. I think is that a little baby lava cow there? I think it is. So this didn't work, right? We ended up with a little baby lava cow that we didn't want. We should probably put a... and actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll do that real quick. I'm going to make a baby mover. I can't remember the name of the actual machine. Baby. Yeah, we'll make an animal baby separator from industrial foregoing. That's going to allow us to move any babies that do appear in here across and over into this new area over there, just so that there's always only 2 cows in here. And the reason why I've set up this somewhat overcomplicated system is that what I would like to happen is I want an alarm to be played whenever these cows are ready to breed, so that I can come back over and breed them. Right? Now, you could be saying, Isaac, why don't you just use the animal feeder to feed them automatically like you're doing over here? And that kind of would work, but at the same time, if we tried to automate this, it'd be very hard to get the specific cows that we're after, right? And also, it would get out of control real quick. I'd have to keep coming back and getting rid of cows, because otherwise you end up with a situation like this, where there are just way too many cows in a small space. And so what I want to be able to I want just an alert to go off. I want to hear a little sound whenever the cows are ready to breed, so I can come back over, we can try again, and then when it'll either work or it won't work, and then we can go and do something else, right? So real quick, let me see about making that baby animal mover a little ding. So the thing is, right, there are a few, so what I'm thinking, chat, is I want to make some more of these Sfx generators. Let me see real quick here. I don't think this thing's very hard to make. I think it's just note blocks. It is note blocks. We'll make 8 of those, and a jukebox. Nice. So this thing's pretty cool. We are using it for our elevator, and I love it. And for those who are unfamiliar, essentially all it does is it just plays. It's got like all of the sound effects in the game, and you can just pick which sound effect you want it to play, right? There are just a ton of sound effects listed here, and it will just play whichever sound effect you want it to play. Now, I think for this one, and also up here you can have it requires redstone or always on. So we are using the cyclic doorbell sound is what we're using for our elevator, which is on here somewhere. Cyclic magic doorbell _ Mike Koenig. That's the sound we're using right now. I think for the cows here, it's probably going to make sense for us to use some kind of cow sound, right? Let's have a look. Minecraft. I think it's .entity.cow is what we're after. Minecraft.entity.cow, and then we've got step, milk, hurt, death, right? Okay. So when it's set to always on, it will just play the sound over and over and over again. So what I'm thinking here is okay, the problem with this system, right? The first problem with this system is that the cow sound only plays from that one SFX box, right? And the follow-up problem is that if I'm elsewhere in the base, I'm not going to hear that sound, right? Also, Grandpass, thank you for the 100 bits, and his name is John Cena. If that sound was available, I would so go for it. What mod adds that sound? And also, is it in StoneBlock too? It may traumatize the other cows, it's true. But what I'm thinking is, and hear me out, chat, I want to hide many SFX blocks around the base and then use wireless redstone transmitters and receivers so that whenever the cows are ready to breed, the sound that we play fills the base and alerts whoever is here that the cows are ready to breed again. That's what I'm thinking, right? And thus, whenever we hear the sound, we can go to our cows, we can breed them, and we can, do a little bit of cow work and then go back to our daily lives, right? I think da is the SFX machine. Really, I assume that it's. I would have thought that that it was the mod that added the sound, right? The first note, coffee machine. Oh,
and his name is John C. And his name is John C.
Oh God. Okay. Please stop. Oh, chat. They're ready. They're ready to breed. So
His name is John C.
stop, please. Stop. All right, chat. This is going to be fantastic. When Nick sees this, oh my goodness. Okay. We need a couple of things here, chat. We need a few things to get this to work, right? We need some form of wireless redstone. Now, there are a few different variants of this. There's a wireless redstone chicken bones edition mod. There's also, I found out, a couple of other variants, right? There's Cyclic, which has a wireless transmitter and wireless receiver, and then RF Tools as well adds like a wireless transmitter and receiver as well, I think. Or maybe it's called like a redstone transmitter and receiver. Yeah, this one here, they got a transmitter and receiver. I think I'm probably gonna go with the chicken bones edition one, this one here. Just because these are the ones I'm most familiar with. And so, first of all, let me check how loud that block is, because so what I'm going to do here, chat, is I'm going to put many of those SFX blocks down around the base, and whenever the cow's ready to breed, it's going to play the John Cena music throughout the base. Wherever you are, you're not going to be able to miss it, right? So what I want to know is, if I trigger this on, how far away can I still hear this? It's quite a loud sound. Oh, see, it's still, you can't really hear it this far away. So we're going to have to put them like 10 blocks. You can see it kind of gets quite loud and then quite quiet, quite quick. So, okay, sure. Okay, stop this now. No. Stop that. It's like the school principal speaker system. Exactly. So let us see here. Also, Flabbin, thank you for the bits, my friend. So let's see. We need to get a wireless transmitter and then multiple wireless receivers. And so both of these require just a bunch of redstone, some obsidian sticks, and then a receiver dish, which is a stone ball, and then this Rether pearl, which is made from ender pearls, redstone, and obsidian. So how many ender pearls do we have? We got 10. And then I think we should also have some enderium ore. We got a bunch of it. Nice. I should clear my inventory out here because it is way too full right now. And then let me see here. I know we can multiply these into ender pearls. I think we could just throw it in. Can we just throw these in the system? No, I think we have to pulverize them first, then put them in the smelter here. We don't have a magma crucible, unfortunately, and so I think the pulverizer is at the moment our only way forward. But man, so it's actually additions, I think, that adds the John Cena sound. That's interesting. Oh my goodness, I had no idea that was available. That is fantastic. Oh boy. All right, let's pulverize some resonant endstone real quick. We should really upgrade this actually, because all of our other pulverizers around the base are already a little faster. And making the upgrade kit is not too difficult. Let's have a look. Upgrade kit. Do we got what it takes? Just missing the bronze gear. Hopefully we've got the bronze. Of course we don't. That would be too easy. Can you just craft bronze in this pack? I'm not sure. Either way, we'll just grab some tin and some copper and make it ourselves. It shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, chat, I'm ready. We might not get around to doing anything else in today's stream. I did mention like the XNet stuff and whatnot, but it depends how long it takes us here to get this set up and running. But oh man, am I ever ready. Wireless transmitter. Boom. Wireless receiver. Boom. And what are we missing? We're missing a bunch of stone slabs. That's fine. Those are easy enough to make. And then we're also missing the dishes here, which are just those with stone bowls. Also very easy for us to make. We can make surely more than one. Yep, we can make 7. And then boom, and boom, and boom, and boom. Nice. Okay. So now for the start of this, we're going to need at least 7 SFX blocks. So that means I need whatever 7 times 8 is. I need 56 of these note blocks. I'm going to make like a stack if we have it. We're not out of redstone, surely. No, we're not. Okay, good. That would have been pretty bad. Thankfully, that is not the case. Let me quickly clear out my inventory just a little bit. Make room for all of these planks. So many planks. And then try that again. 38, that's fine. Thanks to NIK, you have a ridiculous amount of wood. Nice. All right. This is going to be... Oh, man. I cannot wait. So, boom and boom. Thankfully, got a good amount of redstone as well. 57 is fine. And then we should buy 7 of these. Okay, nice. That gets us 7 SFX blocks. If I throw all these in there and boom, boom. Nice. So, initially, let's think. Where do I want to put these? I'm probably going to move the one down by the cows because we don't really need one down by the cows. I don't think anyone's going to be stood like just underneath, like down under there waiting to go. So I think the first one needs to go in here somewhere, right? So I'm probably just going to like hide it under the floor, probably. Stone hatchet. Where do I want to put this? Like, I'm thinking it could go in the roof somewhere. I don't know how far the range is, right? Place it opposite the elevator one. I can't, there's an elevator there, unfortunately. I wish I could replace that one. Also, there's not a lot of space for it there. Let me see here. How much space do we have between the floor here and name pending? There's no space at all, actually. It's just like, I think, directly beneath. Oh, no, there's a little bit of space here. Not a lot of space, but a little bit of space. Like, if I put this here, and we'll use frequency, 422, and the frequency name can be, and his name is set name, and we'll throw down an SFX block. So if we head back down, I don't know if that's going to do like be heard well in this room. We might have to put another one down in this room, but that's fine. So over here, we're going to have like a little transmitter, like so. We're going to set that to, and his name is, like that. And so, ideally, if we go to our other block here, I think the reason why it's not playing a sound just yet is probably because we didn't set a sound. But if we head back up, let's see, that one.
His name is John
Yep.
C.
All right, that works.
His name is John C. And his name is John C.
That does a pretty good job of covering the base, honestly. Like that. That's not terrible. I think what we'll do is we'll disconnect it for now, just so I don't have to keep hearing that sound over and over again. And then we'll just put this down kind of in the different quadrants of the base, right? Just so you just to make sure that you can't go anywhere without hearing it, right? Just to make sure. Just to make 100% certain that you cannot go anywhere without hearing it. All right. And then the last one that we have can go... I guess I could put it up by like by our machines, because we've got this whole new area up here. This area was quite big, but the only place where anyone actually goes is like this area for making machines. And so, despite the very loud sound of those mechanism machines, right now, I guess we can just kind of hide it maybe in the waterfall, or maybe just like underneath the waterfall or something. Sure. Oh no, this is, yeah, we'll do it underneath the waterfall. Like this. So, can I put you on top of that feral lantern? I cannot. That would be too easy. Boop. And his name is... And boom. Alright. I think that is pretty much everywhere. Let me quickly go and grab my chisel so that I can put that that glowstone back down. But I think we're good to go. Okay, so cover that up. And let's go give this a try. So we're going to put down just the one missing link of redstone. And we're going to see if this works. We know it's going to work. We're going to see what it sounds like. Oh, man. Get ready, chat. Brace your ears. Okay.
And his name is John C. 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 And his name is John C.
Okay.
And his name is John C.
Like, there are a few dead spots. Like, this is a dead spot, right? And we need to fix that. We need to fix the, the dead spots. Because, like, if you stood here... I mean, it's probably not going to be stood here, but... there are a couple of dead spots. We could put... oh, this one's bad.
His name is John C. And his name is John
Like, it had a weird reverb to it. Because there were two of them so close.
His name is John C. And his name is John C. And his name is
Oh, yeah, you got all of that mechanism grind in there as well. Okay.
His name is John C.
Okay. All right. You know what? The easiest way for me to fix this?
His name is John C.
This is how we this is how we make sure that we progress with fluid cows. The way that we fix this is just to breed these two together and it will stop.
John C.
Oh, it's over. We're free. Right now we need the baby animal separator. So what are we missing for this? We're missing the plastic, we're missing the machine casing, we're missing the gold gear, and we're missing the purple dye. That is fine. Do we have any purple flowers? We do not. Do we have any floral fertilizer? We do. Nice. Let's go see if we can get some purple flowers real quick. And that's another thing that I do want to do. I knew I had something else I wanted to add to the list. Like, Nick started setting up the like setup for making plastic, but then never automated it. He just kind of left the machines there and made like 2 pieces of plastic. So I do want to automate the plastic production as well. It's upstairs and it shouldn't take us too long to automate, actually. Do we have purple? Yeah, we do. Nice. Where's Nick? Nick is somewhere in Birmingham. I would be surprised if he's asleep by now, but probably just like, I don't know, sitting around doing something. I don't know. Nick usually doesn't take part in these live streams, although hopefully Nick and I will be streaming on Thursday. We should hopefully be streaming the new episode of Life is Strange 2. For those of you who for the 4 of you who watched that on YouTube, the next episode comes out on Thursday. Nick and I will hopefully be streaming that then, probably around 6 p.m. GMT.
And his name is John C.
Oh, the cows are ready. Oh man, okay. That one scared me a little. I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that. Oh man. So yeah, we moved the tree fluid extractor stuff over to here. What I'm thinking about doing, you can see we've got some latex in here and we've got the tree fluid extractor. We need to do a couple of things. We need to pipe the water from the sink into the latex processing unit, and we also need to pipe the latex from the tree fluid extractor into the latex processing unit. Now, because we don't have enough pipe space, I think that my alternative here is going to be to use a flat fluid transfer node. I think that would work out really quite nicely. It'll also probably look the best without having a lot of weird like pipes all over the place. So let's go flat fluid transfer node. We need a normal fluid transfer node and an anvil. Shouldn't be too difficult. I think we've already made normal flat transfer nodes in the series. Can I use this anvil? I think so. If you use acacia logs, you get more latex. Is that true? I had no idea that was the case. What? Is there any reasoning behind that? Or is just like acacia's not used for anything, so it's been given its own thing? So hopefully that works. Yeah, so now we've got a flat fluid transfer node between these two machines, moving the latex into the latex processing unit. Good stuff. And then we'll just go grab like a normal fluid duct with a servo to move water from the sink over. Although I guess now that we've got all these fluid transfer nodes, I guess what we could probably do instead is just break through here real quick. And if you press control whilst holding these, you can make sure they place on the opposite way. So like it's still on, but it's going to pull from this machine into this machine instead of pulling from this machine into this machine. So now if we just move this up by 1 block, like so. Where the heck did my sink go? There it is. Like so. It should. Oh, I'm a fool. Did I move the wrong block? That should. Hey, move the water over. Nice. And then if we give this thing power. Oh yeah, power's going to be an issue, eh? In that case, what might be a better solution is to pop this off and put this beneath it. So control click and sink like that. Put the cyan concrete back down. My inventory is messing up just a little bit, but that's fine. And yeah, so now we need to run power over here. I think right now we're using leadstone energy conduits. Also, let me just get rid of that. Yeah, we're using leadstone energy conduits because unfortunately, for whatever reason, actually do the wireless... Hold on. Do these wireless RF transmitters work with these machines? Oh, it does. Nice. Okay, so for now, I think that's fine. We'll leave the Spectre coil on here. I think I should be able to produce enough power for the time being for that setup. And then this should just start producing tiny piles of rubber. Nice. So this is far from automated. We do have to put down like an infinite amount of oak wood in order for this to happen and to be infinite. The best way for us to do that is probably to set up either like a placer with an export bus, pulling stuff from the system, or maybe like just have a bonsai pot nearby that places stuff down. I'm not quite sure which would work better, but the export bus would probably work better, but unfortunately we don't have like a controller just yet, and so we don't have space for that many channels. For now, I'm just going to leave that as it is, and we'll automate that in the future. Automate the wood placing part, that is. For now, we only need... Oh, we need so much. We need so much. Is this one sheet? Yeah, okay, so we actually don't need that much, now that I think about it, which is good, because I didn't want to have to wait for so much plastic to come through. I think we should be pretty good. We only need like 3 more little tiny pieces of plastic. All right, we have a animal baby separator. So, if we head on over to our new area, what we should be able to do is go ahead and throw this down between here and here. We might run into a bit of an issue in that. I'm going to have to make more glowstone as well. Yeah, how am I going to... Oh, this should be fine, actually. I'm going to need more fence kits to make this work. Are the elevator and John Cena sounds custom made by you? So the elevator is from RF Tools. You just put these down and then it will, you know, and you can use the little screen here to make it move. Like, these are in the pack by default. You don't have to add any mods or anything. And the John Cena sound is added by the Sfx Generator. Inside here, it's just the actual edition's dirt sound. So that's how we get that sound. And again, it's in the pack by default. It's not something I've added to the pack. This SFX block, by the way, is not playing the sound. This one is playing the Doorbell Sound, which is why it makes that when it lands. All right, fences is what I need to make sure that my cows do not escape. Nice. So essentially all we're going to do here is we're going to get rid of this fence. For now, it doesn't really matter where these guys go because they are not adults and we kind of want them in this area anyway. Please move. Thank you. I never know which way around this is supposed to go, but I think you can rotate this with a crescent hammer, so that should be fine. And then if we just do this, it's starting to look, it doesn't look great in here anymore, but I think it's going to be functional. And so it's also very cramped, but that's fine. And so what should happen here is we're going to provide that with redstone flux. Let me go grab another quick RF transmitter. Nice. And so I think this should work, chat. I think this should work. For now, I'll place this like here. Yeah, it connects up. Good stuff. All right. So. Let's give this a try. We're still trying to get the Gold Cow. So if we put you in here.
His name is John.
Yeah, I know they can. I know they can breed. I put him in here. I'm aware. I know. Please move. I know. Okay, they're gonna breed. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. It worked. So it worked, and we got the cow that we didn't want, right? This is not the cow that we were after. My next question is, if I put glowstone here, will the cows get pushed right through the wall, or will they get stuck in the wall and die? I'm gonna try it out because I like the look of the glowstone. That's not the right one. It is this one. Please move out of the way. Yep, come on. Out of the way. Nope. I know your family's back there and everything, but you know what? You know what? Fine. Look away, chat. He deserved it. Okay. Boom. Nice. And you don't belong in here either. Get out of here. Get out of here. So do you reckon that will work? It doesn't even let me install Project Ozone 3. Is Project Ozone 3 actually out? Browse all mod packs. Project Ozone. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. Project Ozone 3, A New Way Forward. Install.